I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amber. This is amaraslogic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Y'all know we're here to talk about what's going on at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Toronto Raptors in the Bucks' first Cup game, where the Bucks are dominating 88-74 with about 7 minutes and 24 seconds left. Dame didn't play today due to concussion. Rollins got the start. Rollins has played extremely well, especially defensively. I mean, his on-ball defense is serious. Him and Ajax are looking really good defensively. As far as the on-ball defenders that we need, they are looking like they can be the guys. Somebody mentioned it in the chat, and I thought it was very interesting. I don't think the Bucks had any idea that our young guys would replace our rotational players, but that's exactly what's happening. It looks like the Bucks are better for it. We've been asking forever, Bucks Nation, and shout out to friends and family. Salute the Bucks Nation. My bad, I'm hyped and charged. Salute the friends and family. We've been clamoring forever that we need to use the young guys. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. We've been clamoring for years that the Bucks need to start playing the young players. Even within the last year, the Doc needs to play the young players, and that's exactly what he's doing, regardless if it's because of injuries and things like that. Nonetheless, we're getting able to see our young guy. And like I've been saying, and we've been saying from the last couple of years, we have acquired some talent through the draft and other means. I said multiple times the last 2 years of drafting and acquiring talent have been the best that he's done in quite some time, as far as with Horst. Look at Rollins is paying dividends. AJ Green is paying dividends. Ajax is paying dividends. I mean, come on, y'all. We go in on Horst for certain things, but we got to give him credit on these on certain things as well. And he's definitely performed the last couple of years as far as acquiring talent. Now that they're actually getting a chance to play. Yes, they're young, they're gonna make mistakes, but the energy and the pace that we're able to play at right now with these young guys is very impressive. Giannis, and like I said, we just need people. We got a Ferrari in Giannis. We need people that can run with Giannis. And when you got AJ Green, Ajax out there, Rollins, they're running. Do you not see our fast break points? Our fast break points are up there. Let's get into these numbers. And then I'm gonna shout out everybody in the chat. Y'all know how we did. I'm just hyped and charged. We finally back and got a win. It's just I'm feeling good right now, friends and family. I'm feeling good. I hope y'all are as well. See, the Bucks are up 13 with 6 minutes left. Let's go over some of the numbers though here early. Tayshaun Prince. Hey, I said Tayshaun. Taurean Prince has been solid all year. He's shooting over 50% from three. 21 minutes, 9 points. His defense is a little shaky at times today, but 7 rebounds is impressive. 2 assists. He did have 2 turnovers, but 9 points, 3 of 5 from three. Good minutes for Taurean Prince. Giannis only took 10 shots, 19 points, 6 assists, 4 big blocks. Giannis showed today why he was a 2-time defending defensive player of the year. Giannis's defense is still elite, ladies and gentlemen. In case you forgot, Giannis is elite defender as well. In case you forgot. I heard Boston fans making excuses for Giannis locking up Jaylen Brown, talking about he came back from injury. He could be 100% and not been injured ever. Would lock him up. Giannis's defense is elite. That's why it's a slap in the face that he's not in the top 3 of MVP voting every year, because he can give you what everybody else gives you on offense, but very few can give you what he gives you on defense, and that's a fact. Shout out to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Hey, shout out to Brook Lopez, the way he started off the game. Oh my God, let's shout out to Brook. Brook looked cold in that first quarter, didn't he? Hey, Brook did that dunk. I was like, the spin to the lane and finish with the dunk and one first game of the play. I was like, okay, Brook. Brook looked solid in the first quarter, but then it was downhill pretty much after that for the most part. We'll just say that Brook had a good first half. Second half, it was just way too many threes. I mean, look at that. Brook shot 10 threes, and you're a big man, a center no less, and you shot 10 threes is crazy against a team with the undersized center is poor, poor, poor decision making. Poor decision making, because if Giannis is running the point, there's no excuse for him not to be in the paint. There's no excuse for you not to be in the paint. Instead, you still chucking threes and you shooting 20% right on cue. 2 for 10, 20% from three. Brook got to get it together. Brook definitely has to get it together. But he did have 6 rebounds, what might be his career high today. He did have 3 blocks. He is plus 13 and had 11 points. A lot of his damage was done in the first half. What I like to say about Brook, and I was talking about with my brother as well. One thing we got to notice about Brook playing well today and why he looks so much better defensively. I need y'all to really listen to what I'm about to tell you because I don't want y'all getting too excited about what y'all saw from Brook defensively. The reason he looks so good is because Poto don't shoot threes. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's a whole different defensive approach when you know that your man can't shoot threes. Brook can play completely different when he knows that you can't shoot threes. Now the problem comes into play when the man he holds can shoot a three. That's when we have the switching issues. That when we have all of that. We looked a lot better defensively today because Brook's man doesn't shoot the three. Think about that, y'all. Let that marinate for a minute. I noticed that my brother brought it up. I thought that was very interesting. But nonetheless, he did have 11 points. AJ Green, not the best shooting night, but I do like how AJ Green doesn't get discouraged by missing a jumper or two. He keeps shooting. He was 4-13, 12 points plus 7. Rollins, who played very strong, I thought today, had 12 points. He also had 3 assists, 5 steals. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Rollins, he did get injured today. Looks like a left shoulder injury, and it appears to be, he said, it's shoulder instability is what we heard. If anybody else heard anything more, please let us know in the chat. But I think he's officially our backup point guard. He's way better than DeLon Wright. What we wanted DeLon Wright to be is exactly what Rollins is: hard-nosed defender, uh, and a true backup point guard. And I think that Rollins is fitting that bill. I think DeLon Wright is expendable at this point. I don't know if we really need DeLon Wright. He doesn't really do anything. I'm just keeping it real. Bobby Portis with a strong game, 8-17, 1-7 shooting threes, 8 rebounds. Classic Bobby, no assists. Oh, Bobby is allergic to passing, ain't he? Hey, Bobby allergic to passing, y'all. Bobby P got 17. Uh, he did have 8 rebounds though, so we got to give him that. Pat C played decent, 2 of 6, 1 of 4, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 5 points. Andre Jackson Jr. I thought got good minutes. And look at this dude, DeLon Wright. You played 21 minutes and had 2 points. You did have 5 steals. We played very well defensively today. 15 steals today, ladies and gentlemen. 15. Rollins had 5 and DeLon Wright had 5. So he was at least showing that he was his defensive skills. 15 steals is very impressive. Shout out to the Bucks for getting 15 steals. Shout out to the Bucks. And for the Bucks, 13 turnovers isn't that bad. But we continue. We just can't shoot. 15 for 54 from 3 is crazy. That's the real problem with this team, y'all. We got to keep it real. I know we keep saying, fire Doc and all of that. We've been firing coaches, but what we haven't been doing is firing players. Y'all get what I'm saying? We've been complaining about the same stuff defensively under Griffin, now under Doc. The common denominator is not the coaches, it's the players. I don't know if we can fully judge Doc Rivers as a coach while we still have Pat Connaughton, Brook Lopez, and Bobby Portis, a.k.a. the Three Stooges, effectively, because of how much they can throw the game plan off and hurt the team. So just a little food for thought here. We might not should blame coaching as much as the players. We'll talk about that once y'all start tapping in, but I'm thinking we can blame more the player. The coach can't tell you to shoot 15 or 55 and shoot 27% from the field. The coach can't tell you to shoot 38% from the field. Players are not hitting shots, and they haven't been hitting shots all year. I don't think Doc should be blamed for that. I mean, look at that. 20 that's ridiculous. And even from the free throw line, 7 of 12. It's just that we're going against the Raptors. We definitely have some things we need to clean up. For sure, need to clean up. I mean, look at that. I mean, they're shooting just as bad, 36%, 39% from three. I mean, just a bad shooting teams. We're both bad shooting teams, and that's just what it is. And that's part of the reason we're not winning a lot of games because we haven't really been getting anything from our bench. Today was one of those days we actually got a lot of good bench production. You got 6 points from Connaughton. You got a little something from everybody. A little something from everybody where the bench did kick in today a little bit. I mean, most of it's always gonna be Bobby Portis, but at least others were kicking in tonight. So that was good to see. That was definitely good to see. I'm just hopeful that they can keep having these young guys in the rotation because I think that's a must. I think we know now and we have a proof of concept that the young guys need as many minutes as possible. And I also want to see AJ Johnson back. I think he could really help as well. I think he could be like the third point guard for now or third guard for now. Taking even further putting DeLon Wright on the depth chart because I just don't think he brings a lot to the table. Today he had 5 steals. That was cool. I just don't think DeLon Wright brings a lot to the table. I just don't. But I do want us to keep this pace. And I know people are saying in the chat, oh, look at the pace we played at without Dame. The problem isn't without Dame how we play or without Giannis, because even without Giannis, we play with pace. The problem is how can we get Giannis and Dame together to play with pace? And I think it will help them both play with pace with the younger guys in the game. I think Dame playing with AJ Green and Andre Jackson Jr., some guys that can get out there, will help him also run and then initiate the break. Let's not forget, Andre Jackson Jr. is also a secondary break artist as well. He's a good distributor. So I don't think that Dame is the problem or Giannis is the problem. I think that the players around them need to be better. I think if the players around them are playing with pace, then they can play with pace. I truly feel that way because you got Brook on the floor, you can't run. You can't run like that. I just think we need to go younger, be younger, and I think the ultimate solution, though I know it won't happen. I would love for Giannis to be at our center, then we'd be at our most athletic. If Giannis would play center, it would change everything. And it's kind of weird because it's not that many what I would call quote unquote old school big centers like Embiid. It's a very few. And he be trying to go against Embiid anyway and Jokic. So you might as well play at their position at this point. You don't like them cats, no way. Anytime you see him, you try to give them smoke. Give them smoke at their position. I think that would definitely improve our speed because you just can't. Brook is not playable against certain types of teams. If teams like we got to keep it real, Brook can't play against teams that have a center that can shoot threes. He gets completely just destroyed. He just can't. Or with speed, Brook is very situational, and I think him coming off the bench would be helpful too. And just having Giannis at the center and put Bobby at the four, or even see what's up with Tyler Smith. I really would love for us to experiment and see what Tyler Smith can bring because I think he has a lot of upside, more than we know. But he has to get out there on the floor, and I think that's the next step for Doc's evolution is to try to get even more of the young guys out there. We got to take these chances now. I got to tell y'all, I don't think we're gonna have no trade this season is gonna save us. We have to save ourselves, which means players have to step up, and we need one of these young guys that we need to hit the lottery on. One of these young guys to really turn into something. Maybe it's Rollins, maybe it's AJ Johnson. I don't know, but we need one of these young guys to turn the corner. That's our only hope. Y'all talking about trades and trade Bobby for this and that. It's not feasible, y'all. It's really not. Could it happen? Absolutely. If a miracle could happen, yes, it's possible, but it's not feasible. Y'all get what I'm saying? That second apron really got us handcuffed in a way that y'all are not processing right now. That I believe for this team to improve is going to be in the off season when some of these contracts fall off the books like Brook and so on and so forth. I do not feel confident in thinking that we're going to be able to do a trade during the season due to the second apron and the restrictions. So I think like I said, but on the flip side, on the positive, is going to force us to play our young guy, and we're gonna see what we got. Maybe one of these teams want one of these young guys, and they're willing to take one of them for some draft picks or something like that. So this could also be considered showcasing. But if we're gonna showcase, let's showcase. Let's show all our talent. Let's see what we can do. Maybe then we can figure out something for some trades or to try to get back some draft capital. I think those are our only options. But I want us to really like be calm on trade expectations, especially during the season. The second apron is just no joke, and I just don't think it's feasible for us to think about really having some monumental trade or truly impactful trades during the season. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility. I just don't think it's likely. And shout out to the Bucks for a strong win today and holding the Raptors to under 100 points. This was great defensive effort by the Bucks. This is what we want to see from them moving forward. And I hope we found something with the young guys. And I think it's really key that Rollins isn't significantly injured because he's really giving us a boost offensively and defensively. He was hitting threes today. He was just playing good basketball. I really hope this is an injury. He just needed to take some ibuprofen and he's back tomorrow because I really like the upside of Rollins. I really like what I'm seeing from Rollins, y'all. And I hope y'all are as well. But I'm really digging what I'm seeing from him. Hey y'all, hey, hit the like button. Let's get it. Hey, we going live and grinding after every game. Come on, y'all, hit the like button. Salute to friends and family. Bucks Nation. What's good? Let's see who in the building. We grinding. All we asking is to hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Y'all wilding. That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Let's get to the single desktop here. Let's see who in the building. Let me shout out to in the building. Y'all give me a second. But I am happy with what I'm seeing today for the most part. But I just wanted to, take it with a grain of salt because it is the Toronto Raptors. My homie Khris B in the building. Nico's in the building. What up? Pronte in the building. What up, Pronte? Sadovsky, the legend, Mr. Cool in the building. Robert Brooks in the building. What up, Eliza? You feeling good today? No, we don't need Brook to chuck threes, Eliza. He's shooting 20%. Absolutely not. He's part of the problem. Brook is part of the problem. No, Eliza, no. Brook need to chill on the threes. He can't hit anything. He's hurting the team. And then these long rebounds lead to fast break points for the other teams because Brook can't move either. So it's a double negative. What up, Brandon? Salute to Brandon. What up, Patricia P. Queens of the chat representing Eliza and Patricia in the building. What's good? The homie Gibson straight out of the Bahamas. What's good? Salute. Appreciate you tapping in. Oh, yeah, y'all going in. What up, Humble One? Appreciate you tapping in. The homie Dre West in the building. Foreign Land, what's good? My homie Bucks #1, Hoyt Street E, good to see you. John Jovanik, what's good? Jovanich Wick, okay. What's good, bro? Salute. I see everybody. I see his positive spirits in the chat. Shout out to Tony Tone. Derek Stevenson was good. Elms Tanner was good. Jeff Riley out of the OC. I see the gang in here. The homie Devon Stewart in the building. What up? Salute, my boy. Who else in the building down here? Oh, boy, mommy, what's good? Good to see you, man. Salute, Kenny Mack in the building. Friends Dress was good, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. Ryan Love in the building. Jimmy Roller. Pass in the building out of Jersey. What's good? We got the whole gang in here. Let me make sure I miss a couple people up in here. Then we going to open these lines and go through some of these comments. I know y'all got a lot to say. What up, T? I see you, Scales. Appreciate you tapping in, homie. Luke, what's good? Cynthia Harris. Hello, ma'am. All right, y'all. Let's get into some of these comments. Bleacher Report, boss, I see you. Eon El Tempo, I see you. Greg Delaney, I see you. I see all y'all up in here. Let's get into these comments. We should have some positive energy today. We should be feeling good. I know it's the Raptors, but a win is a win. And wins have been hard to come by for this team this year. So I'm happy that we got a win. I am definitely excited we got a win. So I'm going to go through some of these comments. Then I'm going to put the link in the chat. Appreciate y'all hitting the like button. Much appreciated. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Nico said 1 victory for Doc. I see what you did there. Come on, bro. Robert Brooks said Nico's Dame took a step back because he said that Doc should get the young guys going because we might need them down the line. Lillard is all in on the faster pace. Exactly. Salute. Khris B said, I would honestly make Tyler Smith a small forward, power forward until he got bigger. Well, I just want him on the floor, bro. I just want Tyler Smith on the floor. I just think he got some real upside, y'all. I don't know what y'all think. I think once he get in the game, he gonna take some minutes too. I think Tyler Smith has a lot of upside. I believe in Tyler. Eliza said, Amber, honestly, we need Brook to chuck threes. Everybody who can shoot needs to be shooting. This is a 3-point lead. They need to take them or make or miss. The problem is we're missing at a significant clip. That's the problem. We have 3 people shooting under 30%. You saw what I put in the community tab earlier. Then you shouldn't be shooting. If you're shooting at 30% or under 30%, you're shooting. What is Brooks shooting? Like 27%. Gary Trent Jr. shooting 27%. All these dudes are shooting. Oh, Bobby is shooting 20-some% from 3 as well. Why would you continue to chuck threes if you're not making them? Maybe take it to the hoop, get a couple easy buckets, and then shoot a 3. People are acting like the NBA, like you're allergic to 2-pointers. 2-pointers count as baskets too. If we would defend the 3 and just score, it wouldn't matter. The problem we've had in the past is defending the 3. It was just a little better today because, like I said, they don't have a center that can shoot threes to really take advantage of our defense. And again, so there was no Dame today, and yet another guard went crazy on us. Grady Dick went crazy on us. He got game, though. Like, dude got game. I'm gonna give it to him. He got game, but as yet another guard that cooked us. Let me see what he had today. I didn't even go over their stats because it don't matter. They weak. He had 32, but he had most of that in the first half. And the problem I had with Grady Dick's game, the free throws was crazy. Shout out to the officials. The free throws was crazy. He was getting superstar calls. It was crazy. Definitely crazy. I appreciate y'all not bringing up Khris too much in the chat too. We got to act like he's no longer a part of this team. Real talk. I appreciate y'all for doing that today. Patricia P said they better win. Shoot, I want my free Frosty tomorrow. And you getting it, Patricia. It's official. You getting your Frosty, ma'am. Salute. Let me go through here. I'll put the link in the chat in a minute. Here was that. Hey, I'm with you on this. What Robert Brooks said, Khris B having Tyler Smith at the small forward spot would give us a huge advantage, and it would make us much bigger. Agreed. Agreed. I'm waiting on Tyler Smith and AJ Johnson to get back. I want both of them to start getting some run. Let's just go all young. Let's bench all these old cats. They not helping us no way. We losing. Hey, let's run with the young cats. Let's see what happens. At least they got energy and some fight. I saw them diving for loose balls. I saw them playing with passion. I wasn't seeing that from our older guy. So let's run with the young dudes. Let's see what they got. And that's a fact too, Mr. Cool. Rollins has been a catalyst to this play so far. Absolutely. He made it acceptable to bring the young guys in there. I agree with that. Rollins has set a great example. Great example. Dre West said, I'm happy that Giannis can take this game off. Shout out to the others. We're a much different team when the others can play. When the others step up, we're a much different team. The problem is the others haven't really been stepping up at all this year. I just went over the shooting percentages for three of our key players. That's the problem. The others have been letting us down. Our stars have been stars for the most part. Dame had a couple off games, but for the most part, been playing great, Giannis and Dame. The problem is they haven't had their supporting cast. Look how many games we had where Giannis and Dame had 30 and then nobody else had double figures. That's why we're losing games. If we're getting balanced production like we get tonight when Giannis and Dame are playing, we'll be in a much better space. So we'll see when Dame and Giannis are back together on the floor if the others are still able to produce. If they are, I guarantee it will lead to wins. Facts. And we'll play at a better pace. We'll definitely play with pace. Let me check something here. We had 23 fast break points today. So that's a positive. The tempo. You got Giannis, we need to play with tempo. Foreign Land said Raptors under 100. Yeah. Yeah, that's good defense right there. Salute to you. Hoistry E said it's starting to look like effort has been the problem. It's definitely been part of the problem, but that's because of their older players. That's why you need them young legs. Okay, John said they beat the Raptors. It means nothing, honestly. I don't think that that's true. There's always something to learn behind a win or a loss. Behind this win, we have learned that we have young talent on this team that needs to be cultivated and molded, and they can be some real producers for this team later on in the season and hopefully in the playoffs. So, no, that's not true. You don't think Rollins got confidence from this game, John? You don't think that AJ Green got confidence with the minutes he played and knowing if he missed a couple of shots, he wasn't going to get yanked? This was a confidence builder for the young guy. It was bigger than just this win. This let the young guys believe like they belong here and they belong on this team and they can produce and help this team. And that's what they did. We won this game today because of the other. Giannis didn't go crazy today. He had under 20 points. He was cruising. Everybody else was cooking. And when everybody else is cooking, we're a much better team. So no, this win is not meaningless. It's very meaningful for what it means for our young talent. I don't agree with that. Bro, Bucks number one. If I see Brooke or Bobby chuck up another, that's what I'm saying. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Let me get this super chat. Oh, let me make sure I get your. Hopefully, I get your name right. Birhana Diara. Appreciate the $2 super chat. Our two big shot 17 threes tonight and hit 3 bums. Yeah, our two big. But that's what I'm saying though, bro. That's why I'm saying you can't just say we need to just keep shooting threes. When just something isn't working, you don't keep doing it. That's the definition of insanity. I don't care what the league is telling you. We're not making threes. That's the problem. Once we start hitting, then we should start shooting at alarming rates. But when they're not going, we need to look for another way to generate offense. If that's the mid-range, taking it to the hoop, there you're not gonna get a technical foul for taking a layup. You're not gonna get a technical foul for scoring from mid-range. It still counts. The points accumulate over time. Jesus, I hate statistics and all this analytic foolishness. It's ruining everything. I digress. Just all the whole NBA, you just chucking threes all day, chucking threes. People taking 63s in a game. How athletic is that? They say get done with the 90s. In the 90s, you people have mid-range games, back to the basket, hook shots, all types of developed game. Now all you got to do is be able to hit a three. You can go to the NBA. Knock it off. Tony Tone says, stop overreacting, y'all. We going against the Raptors without their best players. I agree with all of that. The problem I have is let's talk about the positives for the Bucks and what we saw from our young guy. You act like we playing at full strength. You act like we got the often injured Khris Middleton. We didn't have Dame tonight. We only had one of our big three, so we were undermanned as well. So what? They didn't have 8 players. We didn't have our stars. And our star was cruise control today, so no excuses. No excuses. No. I reject your deposit on that one, sir. Elm said, I hope Rollins okay. I like his energy. Fact, same. My boy Gibson said, let's go, Bucks. This is a good win, regardless of who we're playing. A win is a win in today's NBA. My boy Devon Stewart in the building said, I'm in the house. Yes, sir. You in the place where you need to be. Here with Bucks Nation, friends and family, sir. Salute. Boy, mommy times 2 was good. Said, hey, Amber. Hey, ma'am. How you doing? Salute. Ryan Love said, young Bucks look good. Yeah, hey, the Bucks look pretty good tonight. And you know what I'm proud of for the Bucks, y'all? Before I put the link in the chat, I'm most proud of how we were resilient tonight. What am I talking about? When they made that run out the, I don't know what's going on with us with third quarters and coming out the half and just start turning the ball over left and right, tricking shots. Just I don't know. We got to get that figured out with these third quarters. This is like old school Bud third quarters now. Like this is crazy. But what I was very proud of with the Bucks is how they went on a run and we were able to withstand and then go on our own run. There's been way too many times where a team has gone on a run on us and we haven't been able to stop it and make any shots and then it just snowball. I'm really proud how the Bucks were able to bite down after they went on that run, got themselves together, got some fast break points, hit some shots, and then went on their own run. I'm really proud of the resiliency they showed in the third quarter because things could have got out of hand in that third quarter. We were playing terrible. So I appreciate them getting themselves together, calming themselves, and going on a run and putting that game away. So salute to the Bucks for that. Passamento said hustle is a word for this game for once. It's positive. Facts. But there was hustle because we had young legs. Young legs are able to hustle. That's the whole point of having young legs. That's the thing. That's why we have to inject as much young talent as we can in on our team, especially with how young most of these teams are in the NBA. We need to keep up. That's why all these teams, all they do is run up and down on us, get us tired to shoot threes. Now, if we can match their speed, it changes the whole dynamic in the game and makes it more skill where we have the better skilled players. We just need to match the other team's speed. When it comes down to skill, we're going to have the better skilled players. Doc just needs to figure out what young players can actually play heavy minutes and be effective. That's what I think he should be doing. That's why I think AJ Johnson should be up here getting run. That's why I think Tyler Smith should be getting run. Let's see who's who. Let's see who's who. We need to figure out who can help this team, especially since we don't know when the heck Middleton coming back. I just think these are things that need to be taken into consideration. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm gonna get a couple more comments in here. Y'all going in. I see it's a lot of good debate too. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. Okay. JR said Rollins should start with Dame. You think so, Scales? Okay. Over Ajax? Maybe he brings a little bit more to the table offensively. I'm not mad at that. We'll see. We'll see. Ryan Love said DeLon Wright playing good on defense tonight. Yeah, he did play good on defense. The homie William Johnson said good win. Absolutely. Damn, Khris. Marjan done, bro. And you know what's crazy? Marjan, I feel bad because I know in my heart of hearts, and I think Bucks Nation will agree, I know you better than Pat Connaughton. I know that you're better than Pat Connaughton. And they're doing you like this is insane because Pat is trash to me. He had a decent game today, but you know you can't count on Pat. I would rather take my chance with Marjan, but that ship has sailed and it's a wrap for the homie. I agree, Scales. When Rollins get back from injury, got to play him and Dame. Agree, that's fair. My homie Cynthia said Bucks Nation trade them all. Get the lights up. Come on, Cynthia. Shout out to Cynthia. That's the homie. Shout out Cynthia. Jesus. Cynthia be wilding on people. Hey, what up, Kel? PGs with high shot volume don't play with pace. Most of the time, like Nash and Kidd play with pace because they average like 18-point max. Facts. Salute to the homie, Kel. Damn, Mr. Cool said Beauchamp is terrible. That's a little strong. That's a little strong. My boy Keno Hamilton was good. Said best post game coverage. I appreciate that. Speaking of which, let's get the friends and family in the building. Putting the link in the chat. There we go, friends and family. The link is in the building. Ed Dugard was good. LaFonso Washington, I see you. McMilltown, I think that says was good. Kevin Finney was good. Ali Benjamin, my homie the truth was good. Hey, what up, Timothy? I'm glad to see you in here. Mia Kim, the homie, one of the queens of the chat, was good. KJ, I see you. Hey, Carrie, what's good, man? Good to see. What up, Anthony Lacey? Salute, salute. Glad we deep up in here. Hey, let's get it cracking. Y'all know these gentlemen. What's good? Hey, we got Pass down here to the left out of Jersey. Then we got the homie, the Bleacher Report boss, a.k.a. the VP, in the building. Bottom right. We're going to start with Pass and then go to the VP. Hey, Pass. What's your breakdown, sir?
I really like Rollins. I really like him, man. He looked a little shook on offense, but I think it's just because he's just shocked. Like, hey, I've been on the bottom for so long. I was a low draft pick. The team that drafted me didn't care for me. I'm over playing in the G League before. Now I'm finally getting my first start in the NBA season, in the in-season tournament of all things.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm sure, and then as soon after that, he felt a lot more confident, like in his threes.
Right.
So
I thought he played well, like just in
his
general,
defense is great.
offensively, defensively.
His defense is great.
Is he?
That's,
Is he? Is he? Okay, so I see Scales in the chat too was saying it. Would you put Rollins above Ajax as a starting two guard because he gives you the defense, but he has offense and maybe a little better ball handling.
I will
yes,
say yes to that.
yes
I
and no,
think.
yes and
I
no.
mean, go ahead, pass.
My thing is yes and no. It depends on the matchup. Certain matchups you want Ajax more so.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like if you're playing the Celtics, I think Ajax would be better only because they're way more, their wings are a
Mm-hmm.
little bit stronger to defend, so you need someone a little bit taller. So that's why Ajax makes more sense in that case. But the problem with the Celtics is that he's not shooting well, so they just sag off him. They don't even bother defending him. That's what they're
Right.
doing a lot. But I did see something nice from Ajax today. I saw that man get a rebound and run all across the court for a layup.
Yeah, right. That's
This
what
is
I'm saying.
something
He can play with real pace.
he
He
did
can
the
play
thing
with
that
real pace.
yeah, that's something that Giannis. That's something that only Giannis does. This is something
Right.
that Ajax could have done for so long. And he's finally I've seen him do it. If he gets that consistently, and he's like confident in that, we're in a good spot because
Agreed.
we have a lot of people to run with now. We have 3 players you can run with Giannis. You have him, you have Ajax, you have AJ Green,
Mm-hmm.
and you have Rollins too.
I love AJ Green running one because he always trails just enough space where he can get set up for that trail three. I like AJ Green. AJ Green was fighting. All the young guys were fighting out there. That's all we've been asking is for them to fight.
Yeah, in terms of this game, I would say Rollins is probably the best one of the 3
Yeah, agreed.
overall. Then
I agree
Green,
with
because
that.
his threes are just like ridiculous. I saw his shot profile. It's literally just threes. He doesn't shoot anything else.
Brooke?
It's straight up just threes. But he's the best 3-point shooter in the league right now, so I'll take it. And by a good margin. He's like 10%, 30, like 20%
Well, you
higher
talking
than
about Torian Prince?
No, AJ Green.
AJ Green? Okay.
Yeah,
His
he has
shot
to shoot
prop,
three. He has to
I
shoot. He has to shoot it.
I think he's like 68% from 3 before this game.
Oh, okay. Damn.
68% from 3 is crazy.
It's crazy. Hey, AJ Green is exactly what every team needs a Duncan Robinson type, just a 3-point specialist, a Peyton Pritchard, and I think he's turning into slowly a Peyton Pritchard. He has to get a little bit more offensive handles, but I think he's gonna be our Peyton Pritchard. I'm very confident in that.
Pritchard is more of definitely a better ball handler.
Yeah,
And he's I've seen him handle. He's way better ball handler than Green is.
I agree with
But
that.
AJ Green reminds me a lot of Kyle Korver.
Yeah, because he can catch and shoot.
Yeah, he's pretty similar to him. And Kyle Korver has always been a consistently good 3-point shooter until he came to us for some reason.
Of course.
Even then, actually, he was actually okay. He was just old.
I'm just liking the young guys. I really am. But I want to know what's up with AJ Green and AJ Johnson because I think they should be getting run as well.
I do too.
Oh, you mean AJ Johnson just came back today from G League. So he was playing, he was playing in garbage time. So was Tyler Smith.
Okay.
Tyler Smith looked good. Tyler Smith again looked good in garbage time, but again, it's garbage time, so I have no way to know how he'll look in a real game until we see him play.
I think he has upside, though. I really think he has a lot of upside.
He has upside. I think next year he'll be 100% play, which it looks like to me. I don't think AJ Johnson will play at all this year. He just doesn't look ready. I don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's ready yet. He needs to put on muscle first. Because he's just gonna get body too much. When how he is, he's just too small. It's muscle or strength. Even if he doesn't gain weight, but if that changes to more muscle, that's fine.
Vex. I agree with that. No. What did you think? What did you think about like the old rotational players? Because I think they all lost their spot. DeLon Wright, I think his minutes are gonna be gone. I did not like to see the minutes by Pat Connaughton, but I'm assuming that's because Rollins got hurt. That
he got hurt.
Connaughton played 17 minutes. That's about 7 minutes past my max ability to handle Pat Connaughton on the floor. I think 10 minutes should be max for Pat. No disrespect. I think it's just diminishing returns with him after that.
I'll give Pat pass today only because we had no other choice to play him. Like you had to play someone there, and you need someone to move the ball. That's one thing Pat's good at because Khris isn't here. So
Right.
it's
The ball
either
movement was good too, but the problem is that people are like, oh, Dame wasn't playing the ball. I'm like, it's like that when either one of them are not playing. So if Giannis isn't playing, oh, look at the ball movement. When Dame isn't playing, look at the ball movement. The problem with this team is why, when they're both playing, can we not
Yep.
see this ball movement?
Yeah,
That's the problem.
I'm so glad you brought that up because that's been the case since they've both been here. Since Dame's been here, it's been the case. Even when it was just Dame, and even when it was just Giannis and Drew, in 2023 or whatever year when Khris was out, is very similar to that too. Well, sometimes when it was just them two, the ball would sometimes get stuck.
Right.
So I think it is just a player thing. They just watch. Like I understand, like Giannis is great. You gotta go move around.
Yeah, you gotta move around. Hold on 1 second. Our guy in the super chat. Shout out to our favorite. Shout out to our favorite op, No Strays ENT, with the $4.99 super chat. Peace, Bucks Nation. Congrats on breaking your fast from no win November with this historic victory versus the mighty Bruno Fernando.
Hey,
Jesus.
I don't want to hear nothing. You guys lost to the Hawks.
Oh shit!
Hey,
No.
You lost to the Hawks like cranberry sauce, baby. Bars.
Not even that. Trae Young wasn't even playing, so relax with that.
Right. We had injuries too. We had people out too. Now, shout out to those Strays. Yeah. You consistent though. Win, lose, or draw. Your team lost, and you still over here talking crazy. I gotta respect it.
Generational hater. I love it.
Generational hater. That is crazy.
Why you in here? It's like every time we try to win.
No, Daniel, we gotta let him stay here,
right?
Because he's giving Am a bag.
Right, there it is.
If he's not paying, I don't. If he's paying, I don't really care. You can say whatever you want to say.
He show respect to the pod. That's why I mess with No Strays.
I think No Strays respects us.
Yeah.
He does a troll.
I think low key No Strays knows that the Bucks is the team that can. Oh, that's the only team that can really give Boston trouble. I think he knows that deep down.
We can and can't because this team. The biggest problem with this team is themselves.
Yeah.
They are their biggest downside. Is at the one hand I'm like, oh yeah, I'm watching the Bucks. At the other hand, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm watching the Bucks.
Right.
So you get the both parts of it. But I'm happy with this game.
Me too.
Let's see what happens because this is an easier schedule. So this is time to build good habits.
And that's why somebody said, I don't know who said it last live, this is a very important stretch for team chemistry for this team because of the teams that we're going against. This would be a great time to build some momentum and team chemistry.
I agree 100% with that. I was going to say to everybody, this is going to be your Milwaukee Bucks because you can't do no trades really.
I said it earlier.
No. I looked that up.
They're not getting rid of coach. The owner's already like, nah, you ain't getting rid of coach. You already got the rid of coach last year because they don't want to spend no more money on another coach. And they got to play these young guys. But what I saw today was AJ Green's going to be our fourth scorer for the rest of the year, at least, or like third or fourth scorer the rest of the year. Hollins, he got to play. He got to start. I know he got hurt today, but he was playing with confidence today. He was shooting the ball. I really enjoyed everybody's effort on defense. I know everybody going to say, oh, we played the Raptors. Right now, it don't matter who we're playing right now. We win. It doesn't matter. We got to win games now. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We can play St. Hans Sharks. We can play the
right.
guy. We got to win games.
Hold on. I got something to say. Yo, I know I cooked the internet bumps. What did I say anything about Giannis at all today? Tell me what I said about Giannis.
Don't let him
would
get
I say
you
a
worked
single
up,
word?
Bro.
I gave him.
Don't let Chitty get you worked up, bro. Don't let Chitty get you worked up. I see Brooklyn Knicks fan in here trying to get us worked up too.
Today.
I see you, Brooklyn Knicks fan.
I see you. And you know what's funny? I was about to give him props too because he's great defensively today.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play great offensively because he was playing great defensively. He was passing well, which I wanted him to do, and guess what? That's why he was doing well today. I didn't say shit about fucking Giannis, bro. Relax.
Just let it go. Don't let him troll you, bro.
Let it go,
Don't let him troll you.
Fucking bums, man.
Okay,
I do have something here, though.
Okay, go ahead. Hold on 1 second, Bleacher. Go ahead, Pass. Then we will go to Bleacher Report.
There is a thing here. So, wide open 3 attempts. We shoot about 18 or 19 or so. We've had that many percentage. We are below league average in that. In wide open.
Are you surprised?
No.
It probably went down again this game.
Yeah, we
It
shot
probably
28% today.
there's a lot of good open threes too. I saw
Right.
very good. There's been good passes by Giannis today to a lot of open threes. They just missed him. It's simple as that.
And you know what? Maybe Giannis goes crazy like that where he just takes it to the hoop even though people are wide open. Maybe Giannis doesn't trust his teammates as much as we think.
No, he doesn't. He usually does is he'll play like maybe like a quarter or so, a little bit more passive, trying to pass more. He sees, hey, they're not making shots. All right, time to go in. I'm just gonna do me.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he gives you a little bit of a window. Hold on, Pass. I'm gonna let you get your comment off. We have a gentleman in the green room. When this man enters the chat, y'all know exactly who he's talking about, and we're just gonna need to pivot briefly and let this gentleman have the floor. I'm not gonna say his name. Y'all see him. Y'all know. Y'all know.
I already knew it was him.
Mr. Cole.
I knew it was him too.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
We got the W. That's all I want is a win. I don't care who it's against. I don't care if we playing the little children of the poor. I want a W. So it's a great win. Giannis played the facilitator tonight. I love that because Dame was out. So I think the game plan was for him to stay at the top as much as possible because I think the young guys still struggle a little bit with the count on the ball. So he was great at facilitating, moving the ball, getting other guys involved. Actually, I love that role for him tonight. So I think that was big. And Rollins is the real deal.
I just want to go back to what you just said. I also think him running that point today also kept the pace. We had 23 fast break points with Giannis at the point today, actually pushing the pace. But he had people that could run and fill the lanes and wings with him. He had Andre Jackson Jr. You had Ryan Rollins. You had AJ Green. That's what we've been asking for, players that can play with pace.
Right.
A good day today too.
And they ran with him. So when he's going, they run on the floor with him. So that was a beautiful thing to watch. And defensively, Brooke and Giannis really defended the rim unbelievable tonight. They were blocking shots, constantly blocking shots. So that was big. We didn't shoot it that well from three, but that's okay. We did what we had to do to get the win. I'm pleased. I'm happy. Young guys are starting to really play well. I think you got to be fair to Doc on this, and I think I put that in the chat earlier. You know, we had two guys we signed and we thought for sure were going to be rotation players. And, you know, one of them you can barely play at all right now. With you just can't. How do you play what's his name? Trent.
Trent, you can't. You know, I think his confidence is shot right now. I think his confidence is shot.
But in the meantime, he's unplayable. Right. And we invested in him 8 or 9, 10 games when other guys could have been getting those minutes. So now you be fair to Doc. He's got to start from scratch, building up other guys to see how they play. So, and then you got DeLon Wright. This is the first time he played any defense was tonight.
Right.
Because he's been bad on both ends of the floor. So when you start your season, you think these are two guys that are going to be getting 25 to 30 minutes a game, or at least 25 minutes, and you can't even hardly play them. That just messes up a lot of things as far as your rotation of players. So, and then of course we know Middleton's out. So a lot of things was tough for a coach to get things started. But the young guys,
though, Mr. Cool, if they weren't trash, we wouldn't know about the young guys.
Well, that's true.
So it's
that's true, and that's why I think little by little these young guys are going to come along and be fine. Tyler Smith should really be backing up the three.
Thank you.
Right now.
What are we waiting on with Tyler Smith?
When Prince comes out the game, Tyler Smith should go in the game.
Thank you.
And they should hold down that three until Middleton comes back. And I know Prince is solid.
Prince is solid.
I know how much you hate Connaughton, so I would push Connaughton a little farther behind that rotation and use Prince use Tyler Smith in that backup three.
Right.
And
I think Torian Prince has been solid. Torian Prince has been solid.
I still think I would right now keep Andre Jackson starting at the 2.
Okay.
And I would. And Rollins comes off that bench because he can do a lot of things, Rollins, and he's only going to get better. But AJ just brings those intangibles to the game, man. Andre Jackson.
Yeah, he does. He has a good instinct for basketball.
He does. He truly does. And sometimes you need that extra possession. He's going to get that for you.
Yeah,
And
his
so
hustle is contagious too. I see when
it
he's
is.
going, it gives the team energy. Him hustling, running, dunking, rebounding. He's definitely is a spark for us. Definitely a
Yep.
spark.
And my last thing is we can't take tomorrow for granted because the Pistons are not last year's Pistons. They're a
Agreed.
Oh
little
yeah,
bit better
Pistons
this
are
year.
much better now.
Yep, I
So
agree.
they,
I'm going to that game tomorrow. Yeah.
okay. Well, listen, I'm going to listen to the rest of this and
All
watch
right,
you
Mr. Cool.
guys,
Hey,
and I'm
we
done.
appreciate you when you tap in. Hey, you know how
Yes,
you
sir.
respected and revered in the chat. Salute to one of the legends, Mr. Cool. Appreciate you.
Okay, guys.
Thank you,
See y'all
sir.
tonight.
All right,
See you later. Bye
all
bye
right,
now.
go.
Buddy.
Look, shout out to Mr. Cool. Oh, you, Bleacher Report boss.
Now I wanted to say, that we need to use these young guys more. I was more impressed of, everybody's playing on handball defense. They got about over 20 turnovers this game for the Bucks, so that was really cool seeing
Yeah,
that.
agreed.
A lot goes to Ryan.
I was really like worried about who can be that second scorer after, Giannis going on the bench, and I was kind of happy that everybody pitched in a bit with Brooke and and Portis hooked in.
Right.
I just think that right now, as today when we figured out, thinking that that they're gonna change some stuff, they can't trade anybody, they can't fire anybody, so their most option is playing these young guys, and that's what they're doing right now. So I like what these guys are doing, but they gotta continue it, and they still raw. They still,
Right.
ball here, mishandle here. It's gonna be really shaky still, but right now, just keep continuing what they're doing. But I just hope, when Middleton does come back, that there doesn't mess up the rotation. But I Bochamp has been bad, man. It is
What
just
up, Sherelle? Shout out to Sherelle.
That man's trying to make sure he gets traded. He is playing as bad as
Oh,
possible to make
I
sure
know.
he gets traded.
Salute, RJ. Back. Appreciate you tapping in from the UK. I know what time it is over there, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. And then we got another gentleman tapping in from the Caribbean. Our main man, Gibson Nicholas, straight out of the Bahamas. Salute. Go ahead, Bleacher Report boss. I just had to say, we got to salute the friends and family when they enter the building. Go ahead, Bleacher Report boss. Finish your statement, then we'll go to Gibson.
Okay, now past what you talking about was I cook intermittent bones. Or he's talking about I think Giannis. I think Dame caught too much drama, so the Bucks used to be fun and quiet. Now it's drama.
But I'm
like,
telling you,
no.
he just says shit. He just
Yeah,
says
they
shit.
don't even think about it. They don't even think about it.
No,
They just talk.
Now let me school you real quick. What do you think is more drama? This going on, or not winning, or not even going to the championship? We created this drama by even winning the championship. When we won a championship, that was it. That was like, oh, we need to take this team out. We need to get
Hold
this team.
Hold on, we gotta take a step back. Hold on now. That's not true. We did this to ourselves. We gotta take responsibility.
I was going to say that.
All right, we gotta take responsibility.
Don't blame Dame for that.
Right?
Causation is not correlation. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right? Exactly.
They're not the same thing. Yes, Dame has problems. I'm not saying he doesn't. He's terrible defensively.
Mm-hmm.
They should have known that. Hey, we're getting Dame. We should probably get defenders around him. They didn't do that. That's on management. That's not on Dame. That's not on Giannis. That's not on any of the players. It's really on management that, hey, we should have gotten someone else to help out here.
That's our G. Keep thinking like he's in this bed trying to think about trades. All of a sudden, make a trade Milton night. If the trade for Dame, we give a phone call. All of a sudden, you get everybody like, what? What's going on?
We had a team that was built for an on-ball defender like Drew, and then it changed to an offensive player with minimal defense, and it's just throwing us off. But now with the establishment, as you can see, with Ryan Rollins and Andre Jackson Jr., the on-ball defense can be much better, especially if we can get rid of Brooke, Bobby, and Pat. These three people can play zero defense. I think that Bobby Portis is our worst defender on the entire team. I think.
Oh no, he is by far the worst defender in the league right now.
Entire team.
No,
he's a running minus
in the league.
He's a running minus. He's literally
you can back this up with stats. You can back it up with eye test and by stats.
Right. He said whatever. That's how bad it's been. Any type of measurement. Bobby P's defense is. Hold on. Awful.
I have it right here. Let me read it off to you guys exactly how bad this man is right now. Let me get to the photos. All
Yeah,
right,
we
these
gotta
are on
hurry
and
up.
off
We gotta
numbers.
let Gibson talk
Yeah.
before he falls asleep. You know
These are
how
on
you
and
do
off
on the
numbers.
live.
All right.
It's
When Bobby is on the floor, this is a while back. This is I don't remember what
Yeah.
date it is. This is from the 7th, so like 2 games before.
Okay.
210 minutes, -64 for the team. Our net rating is a -16.7.
Did y'all hear this man say a -64?
If you're
Bobby
curious about,
Portis.
if you're curious, net rating for the team is -16.7. Now, that's the worst in the league. It's tied with the Utah Jazz, who is the worst in the league. Offensive rating is a 106.4. Defensive rating is a 123. When he's off the floor, our plus minus goes to 41.
translation. We need to get rid of him.
You gotta get rid of BP.
This is even another thing right here. This is the number that takes these 3 numbers are the most important ones right here.
That is
Terrible.
terrible.
These are the 3 most important numbers here. Net rating is 12.2. It sounds low until you look at what the other teams are doing. Boston and the Cavs are worse than that. They're close to that or slightly about the same. That's up the top echelons of the league right now with
That's
net rating.
crazy.
Offensive rating is a 121. That's what our offense is when he's off the league, when he's not playing. Defensively, our defensive rating is a 109.
Wow.
You know what's funny about that too? We were
Shut up,
talking
man.
about the Nuggets earlier on, and like they're in the same situation as us. You know what they did with one of the players that weren't helping them? Darius Sarge. You know what they're not doing? They're not playing him.
Right.
And they look
Right.
way better right now. It's a simple thing. Do not play these players if they're playing like trash. Bench him for a game. I want to see one game. Bench him to see what happens.
Right. They get a DNP. Get some rest. Get some DNP. But before we keep going past, hold on, I want to make sure Gibson get his comment up before he signs out here. Yeah, go ahead, Gibson. Go ahead, Gibson. I know it's late for you, bro. Go ahead, Gibson.
Salute to the chat. Salute to Bucks Nation. Well, congratulations on the Milwaukee Bucks for the win, but I still want Doc Rivers out. I want him fired. I want him off this team, or move him to the front office or something. Let somebody else run this team. Even though we
Gibson, I know what you want to say, Gibson. It ain't Doc, bro. It ain't just Doc, bro. We shooting 25% from the field. That ain't Doc.
Oh yeah, Gibson, there's some bad news about that too. I've seen reports that management is not trying to move off of Doc.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think.
I just said that.
Doc ain't going nowhere, bro. It's the players. It's the same thing. We was complaining how they were playing under Bud. Got him out of there. We was complaining about how they were playing under Griffin. Got him out of there. We complaining about how they playing under Doc. What's the common denominator?
It's the players.
It's the players. You got Gary Trent Jr. You just picked up shooting 20-some% from 3. You got Bobby Portis shooting 20-something% from 3. You got Brook shooting 20% from 3. You got DeLon Wright doing absolutely diddly poo. That Doc can't do that. Doc can't fix that. Doc can't fix that. We got some player personnel we need to address. I don't know if Doc should even be judged until Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton, and Brook Lopez are off this team because they're such a walking negative to the team. I just don't know if it's fair. Go ahead, Gibson. My bad. Go ahead, Gibson.
Yeah, my concern is that I love what I see tonight from the young guys.
Right,
I love what I see. I love what I see from Rollins.
Yep.
I love what I see from Andre Jackson Jr. Man, those guys was locked in, and I don't know why Doc Rivers don't play those guys. We have the talent on the team, you know. Rivers just won't ride with the old vets. Rollins, I love him. I rather them get rid of Lillard anytime soon and put that young man in the lineup. Because that boy could ball on, but he could ball. He balled out tonight.
Right.
Andre Jackson Jr., he gonna be something special. If we continue to develop these guys,
right,
that will be our next core future right there when Giannis and Middleton them go. These are the guys who are gonna take over this team. And they need to play AJ Johnson and Tyler Smith. They gotta give those guys minutes. Chris Livingston, I want to see those guys. I want Doc Rivers to switch this lineup up every night. I want to see a different lineup with different young guys in the rotation so we could see what we have. Because Pat and Bobby, man, Bobby, I could even play better basketball than him. Because, man, his handles are so terrible. He don't pass the ball.
Salute,
All I want to
78.
say, all I want to say, Amber, the Bucks front office have to come to the realization that Middleton cannot help this team going forward at all. He cannot help. I could be straight up.
Now you gonna get some. Now you about to spark some controversy. Now there's the Gibson. This is the
Gibson, you
Gibson
are
we've been
lucky.
waiting on.
Bear is not here right now.
This is the Gibson we've been waiting on right here. He had to be a little sleepy to get to this point. Go ahead, Gibson. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let the people. Go ahead, Gibson.
I'm gonna hear what you say about this.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gibson.
So what I'm saying right now, because we had a conversation the week today. Me and a Boston fan say the biggest mistake the Milwaukee Bucks front office could ever made is you traded away the wrong man. The man who's supposed to be traded, you have him sitting on your bench. But when it's time to play, he cannot never play. That's the biggest mistake we made. We never supposed to get rid of our defense. We supposed to get rid of guys who is the liability, which is Khris Middleton, who always is hurt. It don't make no sense to me. The people of the front office come to the conclusion and say, hey, Khris, we appreciated that you was a part of this championship. We appreciated your service. You helped build up this team to where it is. We have to move on from you. Because by him coming back, Amber, I could be straight up and plain. He cannot do nothing for this team no more. Because why? You done had 4 surgeries. You only gonna be more slow. And this is not a slow lead. It is a fast lead. So let's give our young guys all the minutes they deserve to develop. So I keep preaching it in the chat.
The development plan. You want the development plan?
I gotta go back on this though.
I'm gonna let y'all.
You go
let
first.
him finish, and then I'm gonna let y'all rebuttal. Let him finish. Then we gonna rebuttal. We gonna go to Bleacher Report, and then we pass. Go ahead, Gibson.
So I don't know how long we left to probably beat this into the front office face, or probably send it by a letter or a card or something to say the development program, or probably call an election final. How could we get it in? That's the only thing missing from this organization. They don't develop the young guys at all. We don't. If you look at a team, for an example, like the Miami Heats, the Golden State Warriors, they develop young guys. The Bucks do not do that. I don't know who is in charge, but probably could beat it into them to say, hey, you gotta start developing up the young guys. You can't be getting these old vets who ain't giving you nothing. Lopez, for an example, just want to shoot trees, like what 78 said the other night. Lopez, that big moron, just want to shoot trees all day.
Hold on 1 second, Gibson. I believe this is true, Robert Brooks. He told Eliza Khris doesn't want to be here anymore. He's refusing to play. I think that's what it is too. I don't know if he's that. I don't know.
I don't believe that.
I believe it. He don't want to play. You can't be that hurt all the time. Something's up.
I'm sure he doesn't want to play, but I think he doesn't want to play for other reasons. I think he doesn't want to play because I think he's scared of getting hurt again. I think that's more the reason. I don't think he's scared of I don't think he wants to lead the Bucks. I think he likes his team because he likes playing with Giannis. He would have said something way earlier if he had a problem with his team. He doesn't hate this team at all.
I don't think he does hate the team, but I just don't think he feels like playing either.
He's not gonna get. He hasn't. What's his trade value outside for us? Because he does way more for us than any other team would do. I don't see
that's the problem.
Value.
That's the problem.
We get the most value out of Khris out of any other team.
And that's the problem. And that's why he throws his team off, because he's never available. That's why we need to figure out how to work without Khris Middleton. That's the problem. This team is too reliant on Khris Middleton. That's the problem. Every time we're in trouble, if we had Khris, like Khris is some type of prime Brandon Roy. Like, he gonna fix some issues, but not all.
Valuable than the entire Bucks. Come on, Tony. He said, one person said that Middleton is more valuable than the entire Bucks, except for Giannis. I disagree.
No,
let me give
no, not more than Dame. Not more than Dame.
Oh, let me get to Gris's point. Number one, we could not trade Middleton because he just signed his contract, and we couldn't trade him until January or February, I believe.
Yeah,
it was
but he signed a contract in the middle.
Yeah, so then you got nobody else to trade. So your argument's done already, and then they had to get somebody. So it had to be Drew, and because his contract lined it up with the contract they wanted to with the other guys. So I understand. I didn't want Drew to get traded. I'll be honest with you guys. I did not want Drew getting traded for that.
Right.
I would like both of them, but it was only the money. Then he traded the draft picks away. Then he didn't get anything in return. Then he went straight to Boston because they already said once he went to the Blazers, they said, "Where you want to go?" He said, "I want to go to Boston," because he felt a certain way how the GM did him. But it was done. I ain't asked for him to get traded. Nobody in this panel asked for Drew getting traded. But we needed another scorer because we knew he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked all the time, and he couldn't be a second scorer. So how many times I gotta say this? He is not the good scorer on the team. He's a facilitator, but he's not on the team. He plays off-ball defense, but he's not going to score like 20 points a game. But my problem is what this team has been done is not really getting enough guys that can surround what Giannis and Brook has been doing, or Dame. Now with Middleton, my problem with Middleton is now if you're gonna feel like he don't want to play, then why he even sign a contract in the first place? Then you're getting paid $30 million. That's
yeah.
What else can you say about that? You scared that your legs not get messed up again? No. This team is so screwed up right now with the contracts and all the money and second apron. We're shackled. We can't do nothing and play these young guys. I mean, and then Boston keeps saying that we made a mistake. You guys are right behind us in the second apron. Like, yeah, you good now, but once that money keep creeping up, they keep asking more contracts. The team eventually has to start getting rid of these players.
Difference is, there's a slight difference between us and Boston. Us and Boston, the difference is every single player in Boston is in their prime. Their coach is a lot better too, so they don't really have to worry about that. About like, hey, yeah, we can pay whoever we want because we had the bird rights for them, so it's not really going to affect us right now. It'll affect them 2 years down, next year, maybe the year after that. But you already got maybe what you got one chip already, so that's already success right there. You may get another one this year.
That's the whole thing with us too. We complaining about draft picks. Nobody was complaining about draft picks when we was at the parade.
No, yeah, exactly. At that
that's
time,
the thing. We, like I told y'all, we sold our soul for the chip, but we
at
sold
that time
our
it
soul
makes
for
sense.
the chip. That's
it makes
the
sense
thing.
at the time. At the time, it makes sense. But look, if it goes bad, yes, because things can go bad. That's just how it works. Right. We got unlucky in 22. 23 was just a bad year for us. Like, things happen.
Yeah. And that was the window. That was the window for that original core team. That was the window.
I don't know.
It's a little bit earlier than that, actually. I would say from 2019 was when the window started.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would say 2019 to 22.
Yeah.
2019 was just a coaching failure, though. Like, we could have won that. We could have won against the Raptors.
That's coaching failure, and that's one reason we wanted Bud gone. That's why we said
we also had Blitz on our team, so maybe it wasn't fully a coaching thing.
Bledsoe was bad.
2020 was just a weird thing for everyone for some reason. So I'll give that a pass because we were doing great that year. I think we were like on pace to win like 70 games.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Question number, my concern is now that if we stuck with this man they say they don't want him out, so we stuck with him. The thing is that what he need to do is like you have to switch up rotations. You have to be able to switch up rotation. There's no way for that Grady Dick supposed to be scoring all that point on us. You supposed to go into that half room and you sit the guys down and you say, listen here, this is the feeling right here. We cannot be allowing this guy to go off. We need to switch it up. Okay, you can say, well, Jackson, you got him. Or send multiple bodies at him. You cannot have the man going off. This is the thing that I don't like with our team. Anytime we play a team, they are always local star who don't always drop big numbers against us. We are not supposed to be allowing that. We're supposed to be able to sit down, go into the locker room at halftime. He's supposed to preach to the guys, say, listen here, we're doing a great job, but we cannot be giving Grady Dick too much of these open lanes.
And I think they did a better job in the second half. I don't know. They did in the second half.
those fouls that
So
Grady Dick had were very kind of suspect. I'll be
Oh, they
honest.
were extremely.
A
He shot
lot
like
of those
14
fouls
in
that
the
he
first
had, I
half.
was like, is that really a foul? One of them I'm 100% sure was not a foul, and they're like, because I saw Brooke block that ball. But I know Doc was like, I don't want to challenge this. I don't want to waste the time. I only have one left. So it made sense on that case. I had 2 timeouts left. I don't want to waste timeout. That one made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
After Ross got fouled in the end of the second quarter, and he clearly got fouled, they didn't call it, and Doc was like, "What are you doing?" He getting smacked in the head, like, and he's like, "No, that was the 10. No, that's the problem. Like, if you see guys getting fouled, call the foul, and then at the same time you trying to get the other guy to, come on, man. Like, why is it like we not getting those fouls? I understand that we don't get the respect anymore, but guy getting smacked side of the head or side of the, come on. Like, if one of these days, one of these refs will get yelled at, like, dude, I'll get smacked on my head. You ain't calling nothing. Why is Dame getting a concussion from a ref? How he get a concussion?
That was the funniest report. When I saw that, I'm like, wait, did he get hit by one of the players? No, it was the ref that hit him.
Right. He did do what he did swing kind of. It was kind of wild, but go ahead, Gibson.
My not cutting you off, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I used listening to that clown in Boston who win that championship said that Giannis is a child and this and that. Brother, you gotta stop taking things personal. You should be lucky that you barely ain't played those couple of games. And where is that coward with his coming this child with his chest all heist up and all peace to the final? What happened to him tonight after
He
the
was
Hawks?
in here tonight.
He was here.
He's in here every night.
He's always here.
So right, I'm right. What I do, this little message what I have is for Giannis, right? If you see a team call you a child, right? Whenever you play that game again, see Giannis need to at least learn to adopt that Kobe and Jordan mentality. When you trash talk me, I ain't got nothing to say to you. When you see I get that ball, I drop in 60 and 50 on your head. Easy. I can drop that on your head. See, you need to watch more how MJ used to play. Why do you think Michael Jordan was the most fed NBA player in the league? You trash talk Jordan, man, he destroyed you. He ran for 60. So what Giannis need to do, you need to put, like what the Bible says, when I was a child, I act as a child. I played as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. You need to put all those things away and start taking things seriously. When you start to take things seriously,
I mean, they play very differently, though. That's the thing. Look, it's easier to guard Giannis than it is to guard Jordan. As simple as that. Giannis is a great player. It's hard to guard him in one-on-one, but you just need bodies. It's the same way you guard Shaq. You get bodies on him. You can't really do that against Jordan, can you? Because he can just shoot over you.
so
if Giannis could shoot like Jordan, then yeah, I would say that's the case. He just doesn't do that. So
not cutting you off right past him. Remember now when Jordan used to play, Jordan didn't have that fadeaway. He had to learn that. He had
over that time, right?
But there's also a different thing back then and now. Look, average role players are just way better now too. You gotta keep that in mind too. The role players you'll see now are not the same back in the 90s, even the 2000s.
No.
Damn.
So that's why. So where I know that Giannis is so special right in the league, right? And this is what a lot of people don't pay attention to. Why every time when Giannis play against different team, what they do? So they trying to use that same pattern with Toronto. Use everybody can't be in the same pattern with Toronto. Build a wall. Why you always gotta build a wall for him? Because you know you cannot take him one-on-one. The minute Giannis can ready get to that rim, he no stopping him. He push you off like a piece of paper. So what I want Giannis to do, add that if you could master that mid range, just master it. Don't take no three. Just master the mid range, and you will destroy teams like Boston and Jaylen Brown and Tatum. Those two teams. I don't like that Boston team at all. I hate that team. You know why?
Gibson, I want to ask you a question. What do you consider as mastery for Giannis for a mid range? Because we always ask this question, but what's considered mastery for him?
All right, then the master. What I want him, the master is like work on it more consistently. Instead, you taking more of the threes. You don't have
He
to
has
take
been this year though.
I think his midi's been improved. It's been better than years past, Gibson. Let's give
It
you that.
looks
It's
more.
better than
It
years
looks
past.
It looks more like 22, 21 mid range.
Right. So you just gotta work on it more. So
Salute Patricia and the Queen of the chat.
This captain is sitting right there on the corner, when pass him, this captain could teach him that. You remember when Kareem teach Magic Johnson the sky hook? Chris could show Giannis the mid range because Chris Middleton is the master at the mid range. Look at players like DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. Those guys, they master the mid range. And why you think Jordan had that silky smooth mid range? Man, when you hear Jordan hitting them shots, all you could hear is the net. You couldn't see. That's why.
We also had Oppenheimer like to destroy his shot 10 years over.
Right.
That's stuck in muscle memory now. You gotta get rid of that first before you fix any of this. He finally got fired after so long.
Man, it took a decade
and it
to
didn't
fire.
really help. I looked at who he hired. It's Jason Tatum's coach. I don't trust that man either. I don't know what to issue. Like, look, his jumper does look better. I will say that.
It does. I agree.
It's not elite though. It's not Khris level. It's not KD level. It's not DeMar level. I don't need to be that great. Those are like top of the top. But I do want it to be good enough where like it's reliable enough where like defenses are like hesitant to be like, okay, I can't guard him like 3 people. We can't make a wall. We can't send 3 people on him. That I agree with. Like, yeah, we should have it like that.
So
but that's up to Giannis. That's not up to us to get to.
Right. And not only that too, Giannis is a very strong fella too. He's very strong. Because I remember when I see how he just dunked that ball around those fellas, I said, man, this guy's strong, man. That guy's strong. He's strong. I agree. I know Amber, this is a good win tonight, but I just want the team to don't get too excited. Let's continue to build off this. That's fine.
Oh no, I definitely agree with that. We definitely shouldn't be doing that.
Build off this and find the right pieces.
Hey, who did just mention said the Pistons? Was that you, Pat? Hey, the Pistons. Hey, they just beat the Heat in overtime.
Oh,
this
isn't. That's another good game. Actually, I was watching that today, right at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that game? The Heat at all coaches, I saw Eric Spoelstra make an insanely dumb plan. I don't know what happened to him today. This man looked frustrated out there. I've never seen Spoelstra like this. You know how Bud looked like lost against him? That's what Spoelstra was today at that game.
No, he wasn't lost, Pastor, man. He was a deer in the headlights today.
He tried calling a timeout when he didn't have any. It was the last play, and because of that, they got a tech, and then the Pistons won because of that.
Oh man,
that's gotta hurt. You went to OT too.
So that's who we got tomorrow, guys. Who we playing tomorrow?
Pistons, I think, right?
Yeah, Pistons at home tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, it's back to back.
So
we
got to come off.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, it's back to back. I couldn't even do the back to back. I had to sell my tickets today. I was like, I can't go today and tomorrow.
That's not a good sign.
Right. Yeah. So I'm
worried
about
that.
Though. I'm going tomorrow. I'll be on site tomorrow though.
Here's a quick update also on Rollins. Not like update from the medical team, but more so because I know something a little bit about what he has. So with what he has exactly, it could either mean he has a dislocated shoulder, or it could just be a ligament tear. So one of the things, the simplest way, it's not fixable, but it is manageable. So if he just gets something like, if he just has more shoulder strength, it should be fine.
You say dislocated shoulder?
It could be dislocation. It's usually what it could be.
I got some expertise on dislocated shoulder because I had surgery on my legrum. So if it's a torn legrum, if he can play through it, I really don't recommend playing through it because the stability of your shoulder.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And dislocation is better situation in this case.
Yeah, dislocation. That'll be taking about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks to get your stability back, and your shoulder get back to your socket and it stays in there. But if it's a torn ligament, that's a 6-month surgery injury to get back from that. That sucks. That'll suck if they have to give him surgery. So I'm just hoping that he's okay. Just dislocation.
I hope it didn't look like it was nothing that crazy.
No, he came back, so I'm not too worried.
It should. I think it was just a tweak. I'm telling you, when you tear your labrum, I've done that before. Had to get reconstructed. You're not just walking off the court like that. You're not just doing this.
Yeah,
Your whole body is leaning on one side. Like that's some of the worst pain you'll ever feel in your life. Is the torn labrum. Oh, that is some of the worst pain to feel in your life. I know it wasn't that because I know the look that you have in your face. That it's a look of pure pain and agony. He didn't have that, so I think he should be good. I'm hoping he good.
Three after that. He had 3 after that happened. So it
Yeah,
looks like
that's what I'm saying. He should be straight. Go ahead, Gibson.
So I voting for Tyler Smith to be in the game tomorrow. I want to see Doc Rivers throw some other fish in the water tomorrow. I want him to throw some other young cats in the game tomorrow. I would love to see Tyler Smith get in the game to play. I would love to see him get in the game. So Amber, we looking forward to it. We gonna try here with the Hayden media get up to say, oh, that the Bucks
Hold
might
on
be.
one second, Gibson. I just want to address this comment here. The truth said package Dame and get some younger athletic two-way. Sir, we can't package anything. That's the whole point of the second apron. We have to go player for player, contract for contract.
No, okay. I was gonna bring this up later, but I looked more into that. You can aggregate salaries if you are over the second apron if you're going underneath it afterwards. Is what I've seen, but you can still not go over.
Understood.
So
I don't know how that would work. So even if you were trying to trade,
I'll give an example of that. Not with Dame, but with someone else. Let's say Brooke and Pat, right? You trade him for Marcus Smart. Let's say, okay, just 1-for-1 trade. That you could do because they take you underneath the second apron. Grizzlies won't do it, but I'm just saying this is an example.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because you ask the other team for another pick with that.
Yeah, they would ask for a pick. Obviously, I'm not taking Pat on my team for no pick without a pick.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with these trades too. Teams are not going to just take these players. These players are trash. We're trying to get rid of them. In order to sweeten the pot, we got to add picks. That's what we had to do when we got rid of Jordan Wara and Serge Ibaka and all of them scrubs. We had to sweeten the pot with picks. That's another reason we don't have picks, because we had to get rid of all this trash. Yep, 5 picks to get rid of Wara, Serge Ibaka. I can't even remember the other trash that we had to get rid of.
There's
and now,
one
if you're
trade.
asking us to even package Dame, they're gonna want picks because Dame is older.
No, for Dame you could get picks for, because KD's also older. You can get picks for Dame. That's not a problem because that's superstars. Superstars are different, so you will get picks back. You won't need to trade in picks for those. Like sending a package for Dame, Giannis, even Khris. Honestly, you would get picks back. You don't have to give any picks for that. But none of those guys are on the trade block right now. They're not thinking to trade them. So we shouldn't even consider that as an option right now. Until Giannis says himself, I wouldn't be out here, do not even consider that as an option. He's not saying that, so I don't want to hear it from anyone like, oh, we should tank or anything like that. Like, when Giannis says it is when we know.
Because once he says that, then he considered like everybody else, all the other superstars that's been saying I want out. Because that's what he said he didn't want to be. He said he didn't want to be that guy that just want to go team, go super team, all that stuff. The minute he says that, he'd be right with other guys, with LeBron, KD, all that. I'm being honest. I mean, honest and real. He said that himself. He didn't want to be those guys. So if he's a great Giannis Antetokounmpo as he is, stay and try to fix this. Be the leader. Be a champion as you've been doing all these years. So
right. Go ahead, Gibson.
I speaking on that, right, what Daniel said, right, as I was listening to Shannon Sharp, he was on his probably podcast speaking to all that Giannis was ducking criticism. He said Giannis wanted Budenholzer out. Giannis wanted Griffin. He all kind of nonsense. I said, come on now. The hate towards this team, Amber.
What up,
we have
Monolondo?
some
They gotta get themselves out of it though, Gibson. We gotta stop placating to this team. We keep losing all the damn time. Until we start winning, you get respect by winning.
Like what I said, the same thing with the Jaylen Brown comment. Now, Jaylen Brown know that he didn't really do nothing much to get them win, but he's just trying to be funny. He's trying to be funny with it. But I hope
Okay.
that when
That
Giannis
wasn't.
lead them,
Nah,
Dude, come
even
on,
Jalen
bro. You
Brown
see what
stinks.
No Stray said? Firing Bud, AG, and Doc will put the Bucks in the third apron just
Okay.
to coach's salary.
That's a funny comment. That's a pretty funny comment.
Damn it, No Strays, bro.
It's worse because
Damn
he's funny. That's the worst part. It's that you're funny, man.
it.
If
Right,
you
that's the
weren't
thing
funny,
with No Strays. Hey, No Strays,
hey,
you gotta tell the truth. Are you a comedian, bro? That dude stayed with one-liners. Thank you. And they giving it thumbs up. We want to know the truth, No Strays. Are you an entertainer, sir? Answer us in
that's
the
what
chat.
you
We
need.
need answers, bro.
yeah,
We
you do
need
stand up
answers.
on the side or something.
Yeah, you do stand up on the side. Shout out to
All right,
Peter.
no trades, no trades. Everybody. I want everybody.
Good.
I want to say the truth. I want to tell you the truth. Now, Gibson, yesterday, I mean, you're right. You know, Jalen Brown was going off on about Giannis.
Giannis.
That wasn't the biggest problem I had yesterday. The biggest problem I found out today was Jason Tatum. He all that shots and then he falling and he said somebody hurt my hurt my foot. Let me be honest, no strays. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Jason Tatum will never win the MVP on that team. You know why? Because the other guy that we just talking about is the best player on that team. Until they don't play together, that's gonna be it. Because he's never gonna be a top scorer every time. He's not the reason why they win every game. He's the guy that's facilitating. Oh yeah, he'll get off 30 points here and there, but he's not the reason why they win the game. Your team got too many guys that can score.
Right.
Yes, it's good, but he's never going to win the MVP. He's never going to be that guy that he wants to be. And he's mad that Steve Kerr put him on the bench. He couldn't hit those shots. The problem is now, Jason Tatum is that dude. But we already know that. You try to take him out the game, then everybody else.
Great stop, chest box.
Too many facilitators on a team that can score. But you want to tell me that Jason Tatum's the best player in the league? Never will be. As long as he's on that team with all those players, he's never going to win MVP.
Never.
Facts.
No, Tatum's been good this year. Like he's been actually pretty good this year. Problem is hey, there's two other players who are just always going to be in the conversation for MVP. Jokic is already the front runner right now.
Right.
It's only been 10. It's been 11 games. He's already the front runner. I'm sorry, he's just never gonna win MVP as long as Jokic is there, Giannis is there. If Embiid would be healthy, that's another person. SGA is another person. Luka, there's just way too many players that are just above him that it's just hard for him to get an MVP.
No, I'm with you on that. Go ahead, Gibson. We're gonna do round robins before I get up out of here. So go ahead, Gibson. We'll start with you, Gibson.
I want No Straight to listen good. No Straight, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Al Horford, Derek White with that big foot. All of them a bunch of clowns. The whole Brooklyn squad is a bunch of circus clowns. So this is my message to y'all. Talk all the talk y'all want now. The Milwaukee Bucks roster is not going to stay like this forever. Just remember that. Enjoy your little champagne, sip on that now. But when you see the tables turn and the Bucks come back strong and ready, I hope you are ready to take the heat. That's
there
all
we
I gotta
go.
say.
My man,
Salute.
Gibson. Now let's go to Bleacher Report boss, then we're gonna end with Pat. Shout out to Gibson. Go ahead, Bleacher Report boss.
All right. What I gotta say is, the Bucks gotta learn to win together now with the players we have.
Right. Thank you.
I mean, people can say what they want. People can say put super chats in there, say we want, hey, be funny all they want. But the thing is, this team has to worry about doing what they're doing every game, and we gotta play together. I mean, you just can't build a championship overnight. It gotta be built through the season. So my hope is they just, once Middleton does come back, or when he ever does come back, to go another level. But right now, with the players we have, I'm sorry, it's gonna have to happen. Sorry, it gotta happen, bro. We got no choice.
Right.
Can't get rid of nobody. But this team has to play together. They have to play for each other. They have to play good defense. And I believe what I saw tonight, now they got to continue that. But I don't want to be back on tomorrow with a mean face getting mad again and crashing out. Please, Bucks, just win.
There we go. Shout out to Bleacher Report.
Please.
Before we get the pass, we have someone that wants to say something. Shout out to No Strays, our favorite off the $4.99 super chat. Peace to the panel. I feel Mr. Bahama's frustration, but can't wildin' for respect with 2 wins doing the Zsa Pachulia address.
Hold on now. Mr. No Straight ENT. I can say this again. I see you want to be a stand-up comedian. We have no problem with that. We have no problem with that. All I want to say, I'm not frustrated. All I want to say, you all have to remember now, Horford is what? Horford ain't gonna be on that team too long. That's all I can say. And you all are in the second apron just like us. If you all cannot deliver for long, that team can get breakup. So I know what you're trying to big up and say all of this foolishness, blah blah, quasi. Don't worry about that. That's all I saying. Don't worry about that. And let me repeat.
Bro, you gotta see.
I can repeat myself. Hold on, Daniel. I can repeat myself with no straight Indy can say. This Milwaukee Bucks team is not going to stay like this. You have to understand that. Once you see the December 15th come, we are allowed to make little move and make little trades.
Facts, Jimmy Roller.
So when we buck y'all again, it could be a different ball game. And I hope when Giannis play y'all, he drops 60 on y'all head.
There we go. Give it to him, Gibson.
He dropped 60 on Jaylen Brown. After that comment, he said, if I was Giannis, I would take that poisoner and I'll go in TD Garden and drop 60 on your head and talk about that with napkin. With the
there we go, my man Gibson. Appreciate you, Gibson. Let's end with Pass, and I'm gonna get up out of here. We're running it back tomorrow. So go ahead, Pass.
So there's the positive side of being this bad as a record is that as a coach, you're pretty much just gonna throw whatever goes at the wall. So that's why we're getting all these young players playing because everyone else sucks. So you have no other choice. These players suck. So hey, let's try out the young guys. You might find something good here. We found 3 good players so far, so that's a pretty good thing. I do want to have some conversation about about Gary Trent. Especially,
okay, I was like, we don't need to talk about the line.
Yeah, I'll get Gary Trent. Conversation might need to be had. I'll give him a little bit of still of a grace period because I know this is definitely a slump.
Right.
But this is a crazy slump, man.
Right.
Like you are shooting.
We got to give him a little bit more. I know where you're going, Pass. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm gonna wait. I think I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Let's give him 5 more games.
I'll give him a little bit more time.
Okay, just give him a little bit. I know where you're going, Pass. Let's cut him some slack, bro. Let's cut him some slack.
And I have one more thing too. This is more so about Khris. This team's offense will look better when Khris is here.
Facts.
It's as simple as that because you have another ball handler. You have someone else who's a better shooter. You're bringing in 15 points, whatever you want to say it is. He's not going to shoot all that much, but it does help out the offense a lot more. Agreed. So maybe that'll help out the threes. Because that's really the biggest issue right now is, hey, these threes are just not going in.
Right.
Question right, Pastor Man. When they bring in Khris too, make sure the Bucks front office have a wheelchair for him so we could wheel him out.
Oh, damn. You just remind me of didn't what's his name someone just got into a wheelchair too this game. If you saw what happened to Tim Hardaway, hopefully he's doing all right because that's a scary sight to see.
Yeah, twice.
So wish he okay, but I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all. We gonna spend.
I had one more thing.
Okay, go ahead, Pass. Then we'll get Gibson last thing. Go ahead, Pass.
I had there is a trades thing that I haven't seen a lot going around. This is only from fans, so don't take it. It's not like a thing that's real or not. The Pacers. I've talked to some Pacers fans about this, and I've talked to Bucks fans about this. They are willing to take Bobby for Nesmith. I wouldn't mind doing that. Look, that's a win-win trade for both teams. They don't have any. They have too many wings. We don't have good enough wings. They need bigs. Hey, look, every team right now needs a big. Bobby's trade value isn't as bad as we think it is.
Right.
Someone will take him.
So, question right, Pastor Minute. So, once you trade Bobby away, we still need another big man because Giannis and Brooklyn could be. Giannis and Brooklyn could be enough. We need another big man. I was preaching that subtraction. I was preaching that for a little while because if I was a principal, I would have. I would have wheeled up the GM behind. I would have wheeled his behind for being
Shout out to
idiot.
JR. The chat is
We
cutthroat.
need another big. We need another big because Neesmith, I wouldn't mind us taking him. Or I'd grab him in a heartbeat. He has played good defense. Man, you're gonna have Bobby. Man, if horses on want to do that right now, you can have Bobby. But we still need that next big man. You like Finn. Let's take an example. Then I go on. The team like the Cleveland Cavaliers, they got Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. They got two offensive big. We need to be able to match physicality. If we buck with them in the playoff, we have to match that physicality by sending Giannis and Brook. They could done way out, so we could join us. We could need that third big. So when one of those go out, the next one come in to be able to stop the bleeding on that side.
Right.
That's all I had.
Appreciate you. Then Pass, you said you had one more thing?
No, I was just gonna rebuttal to that. That's about it.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got one more thing to say.
Okay, go ahead. Then we go to Pass. Go ahead, Bleach Sport Ball.
Bucks, just please win tomorrow, man. But please win tomorrow, man. I just want 2-game win streak. Come on, man. Come on, we need this, man. Come on. I want to be happy tomorrow when I come back on here.
There we go. Man. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Pass.
So the Bobby thing is, look, simple thing is we just need smart players on this team. We don't have smart players. We have too many idiots.
Right, that's a fact.
Yeah. There are too many people on this team who are just too stupid to be on the court. There's no IQ on this team other than like two players. That's it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's literally just Giannis and Dame. That's the only one who have good IQ. No one else has good IQ. And Khris, I'm not even counting Khris because he doesn't even play.
Right.
So we need someone. Neesmith is one of the few players I know has good IQ. He also played underneath Khris too.
Right.
He used to be Khris. That was Khris's big back in high school. They go way back. And also one of the only players who wasn't clowning us during the playoffs or during the ball incident. He was the one guy who wasn't. They were the only one who was cool with us. There's no bad blood there. There's no bad
Bobby
blood.
hands is butter. Like Bobby can't hand on to the ball for nothing. Bobby is butter.
Brooke too.
Yeah,
Brooke
also
has that.
Oh my God, we just got low IQ in this team in general, man. That is just what it is.
Buttermilk biscuit Bobby, that's what it is.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all, gentlemen, tapping in. We gonna spin the block tomorrow. Appreciate you, Pass. Appreciate you, Gibson. Appreciate you, Bleach Report, boss. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey, guess what, Pass? We winning.
Let's keep this up.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Please.
I'm gonna take a game at a time.
There we go. Shout out to Brandon.
No straight until you take that L tonight, man. You and your feelings because y'all lose to the Hawks. Take that L.
Oh my God. Salute to friends and family. I'm Amber. This is amaraslogic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition where we just got done discussing a Bucks win finally, where the Bucks beat the Raptors 99-85 at home in front of friends and family in their first game for the in-season tournament. I'll be on site tomorrow when we play Detroit, and we'll be going live after I get home from the game. Depending on the score, I might leave a little early in the fourth. Otherwise, expect me online around 10:15-ish. I'll make a post and I'll get that up tomorrow. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Let's keep positive vibes. We got to see the young guys getting some run out there, looking good. We know we got some heat now with some of these young dudes, and let's just use that and build this momentum during the stretch where our schedule's a little bit less intense and build some wins and team chemistry. I appreciate everyone tapping in. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, comment, like, subscribe, and share the electrifying content. If you are watching this, this is your number one resource for Bucks news. This is the number one Bucks podcast on YouTube, and by far the number one Bucks chat on YouTube. It's not even close. Gone.